The Red Light District, also known as Walking Street, is one of the biggest attractions in Pattaya, Thailand for foreign tourists. It is one of the go-to places for nightlife. But what if I said to you that there is another option which offers something on a similar level but is packaged all in one? This is Tawandang Mahason, a franchise of live bar/clubs with venues across most of North and Northeastern Thailand. This video will address the main points about what makes a good nightlife scene and will determine which of the two is more superior. So, do you think it's Walking Street or the Tawandang franchise? When it comes to entertainment, it's no secret that Walking Street has a lot to offer, but so does Tawandang. Just a single place alone has live music similar to live music bars. They play EDM music that can emulate a nightclub. They host music events with famous artists regularly. They have their own dance shows and cabaret shows. And they have a kitchen for you to order some food if you are feeling hungry. Walking Street has all of this as well, but also a lot of go-go bars and ping pong shows, something that Tawandang lacks. But those forms of entertainment are more on the erotic side and not really in demand. Go-go bars go out of business a lot on Walking Street and are usually replaced by new ones or something else. Now, Tawandang does feel more impressive, but they both equally excel at providing a diverse range of entertainment. Moving on to the general aspects, the prices of food and drinks are significantly higher on Walking Street, and the bottle prices are ridiculously overpriced, being well over double than what you would find at a Tawandang. But where Walking Street loses with prices, it makes up for in regards to closing times. The default for when a place shuts is now 4 AM, but some even go as far as 6 AM. Tawandangs can go as far as 3 AM in certain provinces. However, the default closing times are usually between 2 and 2:30. Entry is free unless there is a really big artist coming to perform, in which case there might be a small fee upon arrival. Regarding the layout, most of the places on Walking Street are small to medium size with tall chairs and tables. However, Tawandangs are larger but have smaller chairs and tables. Personally, I prefer a tall chair to table layout as it's slightly more practical. However, other people will have different preferences. Overall, Tawandang slightly edges the general aspects purely because of the price range and quantity being way more friendlier. Also, it doesn't really feel like a cash grab compared to Walking Street. Regarding the location, Tawandang venues are spread out all across the northern parts of Thailand, whereas Walking Street is only located in Pattaya. Although there is another smaller Walking Street in Phuket, however that is probably for another video. Being in one spot can make you spend more time there and possibly disregard other nightlife areas, whereas having a nightlife franchise spread across different provinces can make you discover more about the Thai culture and how beautiful Thailand is. Although from a consumer perspective, it may be more appealing to visit nightlife areas that are surrounded by beaches and islands. Since Pattaya is a coastal city and that it is less time consuming to travel there from Bangkok's airport, Walking Street wins the location category. But what about the vibe? Will both of these nightlife options give you a good night out? What I am showing you is footage from the Tawandang in Ubon Ratchathani and is one of the largest venues I've ever been to. Hundreds of people can show up here and it's still spacious enough to have a good time. The speaker system is top notch and no place on Walking Street matches this, but it doesn't need to. The definition of what a good vibe is going to be different for everyone. Some people will experience good vibes from a spacious and thrilling place, but others may find the vibe better through something smaller and more relaxed. For example, a small restaurant may seem underwhelming at first, but to some people, even a place like that can match the vibe levels of a nightclub. Provided it has some form of music entertainment. Because of Walking Street's vast amount of venues with different vibe settings, it caters to a lot more people and therefore winning this category. The next category is the type of people that come to party, as this can influence whether or not your night of partying develops into something better or worse. The foreigners and Thai nationals on Walking Street are very nice and chill. When you meet them in the clubs, they can be very inviting, and some even offer to buy or share drinks with you. I have been to several Tawandangs and can safely say that the welcoming nature does not occur as much. The people that come here aren't as inviting compared to Walking Street. they are generally quite reserved. If they glance at you, it's usually glances of curiosity, and their body language can suggest that they aren't as open to conversation. Maybe they become more open after they get a few drinks inside them, or maybe not. Now, I don't know if it is like this in every Tawandang. I have been to quite a few, but not all of them. I haven't been to the ones in Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, and I know that a lot of tourists do go there, so perhaps the Thai people are a lot more open to conversation up there. As well as this, the ladyboys can come off as slightly aggressive and touchy-feely, so beware of that. In Walking Street, you do get the odd few idiots that are rude, but those encounters won't really spoil your evening, and for that, Walking Street wins again. When you make your way up to any Tawandang in the north and northeast, you will immediately notice a difference in the quality of women. It's true that the women there are more attractive than the women on Walking Street. If it is your first time on Walking Street, your initial reaction may be that the women are really attractive, but believe it or not, they are considered average looking for Thai standards, which is strange considering most of them originate from the northeast. I guess this is what happens when you choose a lifestyle of constantly drinking, partying, eating at pork grill buffets, and not sleeping as much. If you are someone that is looking for a free hookup, then you are going to struggle at Walking Street, because 90% of the women there are freelancers. Finding that other 10% is a real challenge, but it can be done. However, if you are absolutely fine with paying, then you will probably hook up on the first night. In regards to Tawandang, they are virtually non-existent, so you can comfortably walk around searching without having to analyse every girl whether or not they are a freelancer. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, there's a catch. Yes, the women aren't freelancers, but you will notice how reserved they are and how unfamiliar they are with foreign faces. Even the Thai guys have no idea what to do, as most of the women don't do anything to prompt a guy to approach them. It's clear that some of the women are single and want something with a guy, but they give off such dull energy that nothing happens. Come on ladies, let off a stare, step on a foot, drop a glass, do something. Even getting a freelancer for free feels easier. At least on Walking Street, they know what they want and can be considerably loose. So your best bet really is to catch one of them at Tawandang during their short getaway from Pattaya. And for that reason, Pattaya Walking Street wins again, and overall coming out on top when comparing it to the Tawandang franchise. So, what do you think? Have you been to Walking Street or Tawandang? Share your experiences in the comments below, like and subscribe for more.